Hello, my name is Julie, also known as Soaring Tulip here on YouTube and on Twitch, and I have decided now would be a good time to do some Animal Crossing content after all of the 2.0 stuff has already dropped and they're like, we're not going to do anything else. So, here we are on Happy Home Paradise, and I have every single amiibo in the game, so I figured something that might be kind of fun to do and to see would be a huge series of all of the NPCs getting their most precious vacation homes in Happy Home Paradise. So here's Isabelle. Isabelle is amiibo number 001. So who else to start this off than Miss Isabelle herself? So my character's name is Jules. So obviously all of this is going to be planned by me. Jules, Julie, Tulip, whatever. So I decided to do like a little cozy kind of cottage for Isabelle. And since it's winter right now, I figured, well, at least where I live in good old New Jersey, at least it is not snowing right now, but it is definitely wintertime where I live. So it took me about 5 years to figure out which of these I should actually choose. And then, of course, I just chose like the first one that I was thinking about anyway. I did do this over on Twitch, so I was, kind of talking and blah, blah, blahing while I was figuring all of this stuff out. You could just see Beardo in the background with his, like, actual jacket, working out there. Okay. Anyway, so we're about to go to the location, and once we get there and kind of get settled, this will turn into a speed build. But had to include little Niko at the bottom because it's just all cute. Although I've been watching a lot of people do Happy Home Paradise houses, and I feel like the vibe on Niko is kind of split, but maybe that's a discussion for another day. So this is the part where it just goes real speedy. The way that I like to decorate is just pretty much don't plan anything out. Just kind of throw stuff around, and then whatever looks good looks good. That seems about right for my life and for this build and pretty much all of my builds. So I figured this would be a good time to like introduce who in the world I am. I am a teacher. I teach music. So that's something that I've been doing for quite some time now. I don't even know how long, 14 years, like a long time. Maybe longer than some of you have been alive. I don't know. Who watches YouTube stuff except, well, I do all the time. I watch a lot of Animal Crossing creators, and everybody has their own like little niche that I watch them for. So if I mention any creators, I probably will, because you look up to people, and I feel like this whole entire experience of this game has been based around like almost who I've been watching during this time with all of the COVID and quarantining, and now going back into school and real life and trying to get ourselves all together again, and how difficult it's been. This is when I was just like, oh, let me just mess with these paths, and I hated it. So I can be a little bit indecisive, I feel like, with some of these things, but once I really decide what I want to do, then I'm just like, well, that's the way it is now. But so just forewarning you, I'm not I feel like I'm decent at designing by this point. I have been playing since March of 2020. I had never played Animal Crossing before though. So I actually, it's not like I really like wanted this game or anything. And I've just realized that I think that I left one square in Isabelle's house just with no path on it. So that's cool. Um, great. I'm going to go back in there and fix it myself. But I really started out with this Animal Crossing, even though my husband has played Animal Crossing for a long time. He was trying to get me into it, and I was like not really into a lot of video games, but this one I feel like just the way that everything happened in 2020 and you know, just came out at the absolute perfect time. I've been a player of The Sims for like probably 20 years, like literally since The Sims came out. And to me, this feels like The Sims. It's probably the most Sims like game that I've ever played. So, but I swear, with The Sims, it's like I'm either playing it for 12 hours a day or I don't pick it up for 6 months. It's like I can have it one way or the other. There's no in between. But yeah, so I figured at this point in the build, see now, and also I ramble and I go back to, but I promise I will go back to where I start. But definitely, I definitely left that one square, so don't worry, I'm gonna go back and fix it. Oh, oof. This is me playing with lighting and saying that I have no idea what I'm doing with lighting because I feel like it's a good idea, but I don't really know how to use it maybe properly or to the fullest extent that I can use it. But anyway, so just a little bit maybe more about me while I decide what Isabelle likes for this build, because what I like to do is to see what the character actually responds to, and then I just go off of that. So she was really responding to this kind of log. What is this called? Log garden lounge, all this log stuff. So I'm like, that's cute. It's going to be like a nice little cottage, which is pretty much what I was expecting to do anyway. I feel like I want to put up the walls and stuff first. I don't know why. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, Isabelle needs a little like kitchen area. She needs a bedroom area. She needs an area of like with, a television or whatever. So this is me just deciding what Isabelle might like. I don't know. But anyway, so let me just tell you a little bit more about myself as well, as I'm just deciding and then it just changing and changing and changing and changing. And before I finally decided, this is like the wallpaper. The wallpaper. This wallpaper, everybody was trying to get their hands on it last year. Everybody was clamoring. This was in everybody's house. Everybody. So I think Isabelle would definitely be one of those people. Like me. Basic. Yeah. Basic is not bad. That's the thing, though. Yeah. I don't think basic is bad. I think as long as you're being true to yourself, then that's the most important thing. That's said like a true teacher. Yeah. Which, now that I'm like kind of going through in my head, because I'm like, I watch so much Animal Crossing on YouTube, on Twitch, all of it. And I have for maybe not exactly since March of last year, but like for a good at least year and a half, as my voice already gives out. Great. And it's funny because, like, I'm just wondering how many of us that play this game are teachers. I wonder, because I see a lot of us in streams and I hear a lot of creators complaining about teachers, and I'm like, excuse me, who do you think is watching you right now? Like, especially when it was the beginning of the pandemic, like, or, you know, not the, well, yeah, no, the beginning. We're like, I hope that we're near the end, but I don't know. I don't know. But, in near the beginning, all of us were home. We were all home. I was able to work from home and watch content creators. And also, I hate the word content. I don't know why I keep saying it. Content. It just reminds me of being a teacher, which is so funny because, like, a lot of the creators they're like, my teacher's this, my teacher's that. And I'm like, I'm trying the best that I can. Like, you think that you know what goes into being a teacher, and you just have no idea. Like, you just have no idea. And, you know, maybe on YouTube is not the place to spill the tea. So maybe that would be something that I would be more inclined to do on Twitch. This is me just trying to figure out what in the world looks good in this build. And then it's like I'm trying to make fetch work with these. I really liked these counters, but I just didn't like the way that it looked with anything that I put down. So, and here's me trying to make fetch work. Anyway, so yeah, I may gripe a lot. I don't know. I gripe a lot, but I feel like I've always felt like I'm Eeyore, maybe like Eeyore, but maybe a little bit more optimistic. I don't know if it's like the music teacher part of me, but anyway, yeah. So I do teach preschoolers all the way up to 5th grade, and I teach music, as I said, and music over the internet has not been very fun at all. And my school is actually going back to remote learning once we come back from break on January 3rd. So I have to go in to school, but the kids don't. So at least the kids are a little bit more protected. Oh, this is when I decided I hated I hated the entrance mat, and I was just like, let's put this one down instead. And then I think I decided that I hate it also. But yeah, so, but this is basically coming up, like, you can kind of see where my head was going here. But as I was saying before, like, I feel like I'm a decent designer at this point, but it does get pretty not distracting, discouraging when you see, look at this build with 2.0 items, and I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to like make one room and failing. No. But it, like, I feel like people are either in the camp of like, it's so inspiring to see what other people do, or the camp that I'm in, that I'm like, it's so discouraging to see what people do, because I could never. My game lags already. I have a spot on my island that is so laggy. And there's literally like nothing there. Like, I wonder if it's lagging because there's hardly anything there. No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. But anyway, I actually have 3 islands. Yeah, so that's telling you a lie. No, that's actually a lie. I actually have 4 islands, but one of them is on a Switch Lite, so that's kind of just like my escape island. What? My escape. They're all my escape islands. It's really very interesting how Animal Crossing and like mental health have been almost intertwined for me. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure if when I make more islands, if I'm doing better mental health wise or worse. Ooh. But anyway, enough about that for now. But yeah, so I have been streaming a bit on Twitch. Um, I will link my name in the description just in case. Oh, this is when I was like, oh, I want to use an ornament thing, and I decide, no, I hate the way it looks. But yeah, this is me just being like, oh, look, I want to use this. I hate the way it looks. Never mind. But anyway, I definitely would appreciate a follow on Twitch. Please and thank you. I think I have 5 followers now, which is awesome. I always feel weird about like, hey, let me promote myself. Ugh. But I feel like if you don't, then how is anyone going to know who you are at all? Like, if you don't stick up for yourself. If you don't, you know, have faith in yourself, then nobody would know how awesome you are. I don't know. Put yourself out there. Thank you for coming to my teacher TED Talk. Oh yeah, this is when I put the Tanuki in and was like, look, Tom Nook is there. Ooh, Tom Nook is actually the next build that I will do. Obviously, haven't done that yet, but yeah. So now at this point, this is kind of like almost getting into the finishing touches stage of this build. But you can see we've got Isabelle, her little nook here. Nook. We've got her Tanuki in the back, just creeping. Fun fact, I actually I did I used to watch Tag Back TV like a lot, like a real lot, and I once dropped off a Tanuki to his island, and he put it in his build, and I think I don't even know if he has that island anymore. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's someone that I watched like a ton of, so very, very grateful to creators like Tag Back TV. Like, I've watched a lot of Nintendo Talk. I watch K Daisy. I watch, well, now the person that I watch the most is Crunchy Island. I just love Crunchy Island. Crunchy Island does all of the races. Like, if you've ever seen anyone doing a Animal Crossing race for Raymond, race for Sasha, race for this person. He also streams on Twitch, so I watch that a whole lot. Yay! We're finished! Okay, so this came from my husband. Thank you, husband Matt. The name of this is just, cute and cozy Christmas. I know it's December 28th. Leave me alone. She loved it. So now here we go. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the game audio because I was just talking all the way over it. So I'm just going to talk all the way over it here, too. I can't even see you, Isabelle. Hello? Because, sometimes you got microphone issues. Hey. She loved that rocking chair. She just kept going back up to it. But anyway, thank you so much for coming and watching my very first like true YouTube video. Um, please like and subscribe. That sounds dirty. Anyway, please follow me on Twitch, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.